What is the Buyer Brokerage Agreement? The Buyer Brokerage Agreement is actually the contract between you and the realtor. However, it's actually you hiring the brokerage to represent you, and then the realtor as part of that representation of the brokerage. That's it regarding the Buyer Brokerage Agreement. This is you're officially hiring somebody to represent you. But to go details and go more into what the actual package says, the first thing it says is that you agree the buyer to work exclusively with the broker and not any other broker. You agree to give the broker pertinent information and relevant data as they need it. You, the buyer, agree to actually respond when the broker or the real estate agent asks you questions and reaches out to you, because this is a two-way relationship. Not only can you fire your real estate agent, if the real estate agent doesn't like doing business with you, they can fire you as well. One of the important things is new home construction. It states right off the top that you will let your broker or real estate agent know if you plan on looking at new home construction. This is because if you visit a new home construction without your realtor for your first visit, and you do not let them know that you're represented by a realtor, then you will not be represented in that transaction. That means you will be working with the builder's seller the whole time, and you have nobody helping you out. So all we ask is that you tell us ahead of time that you're gonna go look at a new construction community, and maybe we're not available, but we can call ahead and make sure they understand that you're represented. Broker compensation is listed in this, and it does get confusing. It does state that the buyer agrees to pay the broker X amount of percentage. However, it also states that you authorize us to get paid by the seller side. In Nevada, mostly what happens is the listing agent and the seller have already agreed to what the buyer commission will already be, and so there's not commission coming out of your pocket. Line 4B talks about an additional compensation to the buyer's broker. Majority of all major teams charge a transaction fee to the buyer. This just goes to overhead costs such as full-time employees, marketing items, office space, things like that. It's perfectly normal, and it cannot exceed $999 in Nevada. As we move down, it talks about the buyer agreeing to pay compensation within 30 calendar days. Everything done here is through escrow, so all commissions, all fees, all that kind of stuff. So we're never in a business where we're chasing money to anybody. 5 disclosures. This talks about that we gave you the duties owed form that I mentioned, and that if there is the possibility that you like a house that's represented by the same agent that you're working with, that there is a consent to act form that you have to acknowledge as well. Number 7, internet advertising. I always like to mention this one. There are pictures of the house you're going to buy on the internet on 100 different websites. You can go onto Zillow and claim a house as your own and delete all the photos, but it's going to be on Trulia, on Redfin, on Homes.com, whatever it might be, and it's going to be out there. Equal housing opportunity. You cannot choose to do business with somebody based on the race, sex, gender, creed, all that good stuff. Number 10, mediation. We are a mediation state in Nevada. That means that if there's an issue between yourself and your agent, you will actually go to mediation first before anything happens. But even before that, you'll try to resolve it, person to person, whatever it might be. But if there's an issue beyond that, before lawyers are involved, you go to mediation, 2 people in a room and a mediator between you two, and they try to solve it for you. Number 19, FIRPTA. FIRPTA is the Foreign Investment Real Property Tax Act. That is only going to come in question if you buy a house that is owned by a foreign investor. Again, it's across the bridge when you get there moment. Nothing else really in the buyer brokerage agreement. If you want a copy, let me know. I can send it to you. But essentially, it says you're hiring somebody to work for you, and you're going to work with that person exclusively. However, if things do not work out, we have another form where you can sign it, and it can end the relationship, and everyone can move on happily with their lives.